Hi Scorpio, welcome to your bi-weekly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading. So always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. Also, if you would like a private reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So, Scorpio, this is a very decision oriented time where you're trying hard to release yourself from something that you've realized is dragging you down into a place of more negativity or a lower type of energy where you feel stuck and you feel trapped within your own sense of obsessions, addictions, compulsive behaviors, destructive behaviors that until the recent past here with the devil you've engaged with, and there's a sense that you've gained because you have to confront your shadow in a very intense way. You've realized that this type of energy was dragging you into a place of obscure thoughts and obscure emotions where you couldn't evolve or you couldn't connect and compromise yourself with the real authentic you that wants to emerge out of this process. So it was a necessary time where you had to realize that many times we don't realize that we are stuck in situations by our own choice and by our own doing. And we feel that there's an energy that brings us to this space of being a slave of our own desires, a slave of our own compulsions and obsessions. And it's an energy that we ourselves are creating and manipulating over the sense of wanting to feel powerless in the process, because when we engage in feeling powerless we don't have to take responsibility for our own actions, and from distancing ourselves from people and situations that are not helping us heal, evolve, and grow. So it was a necessary time of realization that you were too long kept into a dark place in a dark corner on your own, and it's time to make decisions that will impact your life in a big way, because they will initiate on their own a new stage of your life, but they will represent as well an intense process of transformation that it's on the underlying current here at works within the specific situation. Despite the fact that this might be an unhealthy attachment with a person, with a relationship, with an addiction, any type of addiction and compulsive behavior that you might have, where you become owned by your own desires, it's time to look at it with a distant look, with a distant perception, and you do have the power to do so here with the King of Swords in the crowning position. Is if you appeal to your mind at this time, if you use your intellect to its highest possible vibration, you will find in you the clarity and the perception to know that it's time to make decisions, to make cuts where the cuts are needed, to not be afraid to be cold or distant or non-emotional over the situation, because emotions that are at display in this specific situation are the fuel to the addiction, or the fuel to keep you where you are, a place that is no longer comfortable, and you want to feel free. You want to feel that you have good times in your life again. You want that energy of celebration back into it. And you know that in order to do that, there's situations, there's behaviors, thought patterns, conditioning that you might still have on you that needs to be looked at with honesty, not with shame, not with guilt, but with honesty. The King of Swords is the most honest king of all. It's the archetype of deep thought and deep truth, your realization that you are the own authority of your life. And so you have within you the obligation, the responsibility to take charge of and be responsible for any decisions that you make in your life. So it's time to be a little bit of an advocate, a lawyer of your own case, and realize that it's time. Even if this is something that is not as, because many times the devil not always is that conscious. If this is something as simple as a pattern that you keep displaying, either in your relationships, in your ambitions, because many times the devil talks about the physical aspects of life and becoming so enslaved by them, as wealth, abundance, status, success, having control over situations, and so forth. This can be any type of energy that is consuming you. It's consuming you, and you have a sense of what it is because you do have the Ten of Wands in the foundation. This has brought you a sense of burden and a sense of oppression of your own energies, and that's why you are so thirsty at this time to get here to this celebratory time where you just go out and you have fun and you enjoy the life you have around you. You want to feel the joy, you want to feel the lightness of that lightness of energy coming forward, and it's there, it's present there, but still you are going to be rebirthed out of this process. And even though you may want to find this lightness, this more superficial energy, and there's nothing wrong with that at all, remember that in order for things to be truly light and truly simple and truly fresh in our sense of getting our senses attuned with that feeling on its own, we first need to get into that deep hole within our own selves and allow ourselves to die a little bit, allow ourselves for the emptiness, for the mourning to happen, because this is a stage of your life that it's about to end, and it's pushing you to a new perception of life, and it will bring the change, and it will bring a new type of life where you will feel that things are much more easier and joyful. But before you can get there, before you can truly enjoy the process without feeling still dragged with burdens and responsibilities and energy that it's all consuming to your own sense of self, you have to allow the transformation to happen. This is exactly the process from the caterpillar to the butterfly. As the three of cups, it's a card that is very in tune with the butterfly, which is so light, so beautiful, and just wants to fly around and enjoy different things, different people, different interactions, and feel free and so light. But this card, and this is a card that you should know as you are a Scorpio on your own, this is a very Scorpionic card. The death card, the transformation, the rebirth, the ending, the letting go, the shedding of the skin, and allowing a new one to come forward. So pay attention to your thoughts. You do also have here in the challenging position the page. Don't be restless, reactive, defensive. Be wise about your own decisions and mind. Take time for reflection. Take time for deep thought and deep, brave energy that is coming forward for you to make the necessary steps, cuts, decisions to you will make a commitment. You will be drawn to make a commitment to let things die, to let things end in your life at this time that are not bringing you any more a sense of happiness, a sense of enjoying life, enjoying your life, connecting with people you love, connecting with people you care about, enabling you to do so of some debris from past situations um, that you were involved with that kept you in that place. So you really, really, really need to allow the process of change to happen. You have an advantage here. When I see cards that are associated with the signs that I'm talking about, despite the fact that you, for example, if you only have the sun in Scorpio, you are not as hugely impacted as you might be for other energies, of course, but never forgetting that you do have an energy in Scorpio. So that sun is your light, it's your core, it's your identity, it's where you shine, it's where you achieve your sense of purpose. So if you do have a sun in Scorpio, that is enough to know that you can access this process of death, this process of transformation and change and letting go and allowing things to transmute themselves, because you already have that natural in you. So it can be easier for example, another sign. So access to your core, access to your sense of self, know where your power lies, and be brave about important decisions that you know needs to be done in order for you to stop feeling so oppressed, so stuck in life, and where you cannot breathe lightly, where you cannot feel lightly, where you cannot engage lightly. It's not about always having to have this energy of all consuming that's obsessive. You need sometimes to breathe and be light and just go out there and have fun and allow that to be enough. Sometimes the quest for deep complexity can be an issue on its own, because it's all about balance. And if you are always dragging yourself to the pit, you never come out to see the beauty that lies outside of it. So take those type of symbolisms and metaphors to think about which areas of life where this might resonate with your own experiences, and where it can make sense for you to have an insight and a reflection on your own of where this change needs to be done. So Scorpio, I wish you have a great time. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much to all of you, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.